Is the intro going? Fucked from Jump Street.
Welcome to the Degenerates.
Y'all need to chill, light some.
What you smoking?
Smoke me one of these Marlboro Lights.
Take a trip inside the mind of two guys who hate ugly babies.
You know it!
Have the reputation of being good-for-nothing perverts.
Put your purse down and howl at a real pimp dog.
Obnoxious alcoholics.
It's safe.
Eat these nuts.
And lovers of middle-aged women.
Older the bear, sweeter the Jew.
Their names?
Nobody cares.
Jesse Bright and Jake Miller.
Degenerates.
The Degenerates.
Let's get this shit going. You dig?
EK's having a conniption behind the scenes. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Degenerates. I am Jesse Bright. I have with me Jake Miller, and I also have today Mitchell Hockman, realtor of Fredericksburg, Virginia. How you doing, Mitchell?
Y'all? I'm pretty good. How about y'all?
I'm doing pretty good. We got a bunch of interesting things dialed up for today. This isn't piss. This is...
He's lying.
It's secret liquid. Anyway, I want to start off today before we start any of the segments we have planned for today because it's going to be a lot different than last week. I got to tell you guys a story that happened to me about a day or two ago. You remember Erin Avery from school, right?
Yep.
So I was talking to Erin Avery on Twitter, and she said she hates getting random dick pics, right? You see where this is going, okay? I said, same. And then she said, oh, yeah, that happened, they'd be like, I meant to send it to the other Jess, not the boy Jess. What's up, bro? So I said that, and then 2 days later, Jordan.
Toupee?
Yeah. Jordan, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry.
I was thinking of a different Jordan.
No. If she has a dick, I'm worried. No, Jordan sent me a picture of a schlong, dude. It was a total accident. I know it was. Because why would he send me a picture of a schlong, dude? And we just got the parental. Yeah, I didn't know. I was confused. I just opened my Snapchat. I was like, oh, Jordan sent me a text. Oh, we got dick and balls on the screen now. I just opened it, and there was a big dick right there. I didn't know what was going on. I just closed it, and I was like, Jordan just sent me pictures of his dick. And I didn't reply. I didn't say anything. So I don't think he knows, because he didn't reply. He didn't say anything. So, Jordan, if you're listening to this, I saw that. That's what happened. That's
How
my
big
story.
was it?
Oh.
Hey, tell me one.
Oh, God. Also, in other news, Jake does this thing when he matches with transgenders on Tinder. He gives them my number.
Don't say it like that. You just swipe right. Keep swiping
No.
right. Eventually, you're going to match with a tranny.
When he meets a transgender he doesn't like, he gives him my number for some reason.
Every time.
It's like the third time we've got that.
Every time. What happened?
All right.
Oh.
I fucked up. That's what happened. So, I don't know why Jake does that, but he likes to send me transgenders my way. I don't really...
It's amusing.
It's amusing. I'm not a big fan.
Alright, we're going to, what's next? We're going to do porn?
Yep. All right. So, we did our intros. Is there anything you want to say, Mitchell? Because you're new to the show. This is your first appearance. You're the guest of the show. Anything you want to tell us about yourself?
I don't know. Y'all know pretty much everything about me.
Well, they don't. We know.
They don't.
You're good friends of ours, Mitch, but
All
the people
right.
that are listening don't know.
Spotsylvania grown, realtor. I just do my thing.
Are you single, Mitch?
No, I'm not single. Hey, shout out to Callie if she's listening. I don't know if she is or not.
Yeah, it didn't go. I couldn't get. Instagram's fucking up today, so I couldn't go live or say anything on Instagram, so she definitely didn't see it. I don't think she has me added on Snap or.
I don't know. She knows what it's called, but I don't know if she remembers or anything, or if she knows that it's live. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we might as well jump right into it. You guys want to get into the porn of the week?
Yes, sir.
I'd love to.
Alrighty, so for segment 1 today, we all got together. No, let me backtrack that. We didn't all get together. We all sent each other a.
Privately.
Yes. Jake picked out his favorite porn. One of his favorite
it's
porn.
not my favorite, but I enjoy it. It's one of my favorites.
He picked out one of his
Hold on,
favorite.
you enjoyed that?
You didn't enjoy it?
You,
Bro, that was.
I wasn't a fan.
You were.
That was a good video.
I wasn't a fan.
Of what?
The porn. I
Well,
thought you guys were fans.
I loved it.
Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. You see, it is called. If you go to
It's
X,
called Interracial Redhead BBC
Hold on,
Workout
let me
on
bring
X
it up
and
on the
XX.
on the screenshot you brought.
yeah. All right. See, all right. If you can, which one? If you guys can see this, it's the top one. If you go to xnxx.com, you can look up
Right, right.
interracial redhead BBC workout. That's what you find.
She wasn't
It's
much
a
of a
big
redhead,
booty
though.
redhead bitch.
She was just a brunette chick.
Nah,
with
she's
the
redhead.
She had like
She's
straw.
not
Like, it was like
red.
a weird looking red.
Nah, that's like darker red. Super hot.
So we have 10 categories for possible points of up to 100 points. We have, for one, we have camera quality, view quality. We have attractiveness, and attractiveness includes face, ass, tits, and mound. The duration.
All right, let's keep going.
We have the kink, the dirty, or the X factor. The head quality. The
Cum shot cream pie.
yeah, the cum shot or cream
How'd
pie.
it go?
The storyline, if applicable.
If
A-
it isn't applicable, if there's no storyline, you
It's
just give them 10 points.
Just give her 10 points.
Because
Yeah.
if you're gonna do it, like you got to do it right.
We can't have a weird. We have 10 categories, not 9. So, and then we have AOV, ass, oral, vaginal. Did she get eat on? Question mark.
I want to see that.
How annoying was the moan, and how good was your nut after watching?
It doesn't just have to be the moan either. It could just be how annoying is she? Because you know how they are. Like they start. Oh.
All right, so
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't jack off to this.
wow.
I did.
That, I guess I
Multiple
should.
times.
Couple of times.
Not a couple. More than a couple.
All right, so for the camera quality or the view angle, what do we give it? What did you give it, Jake
Camera,
Miller?
I gave it an 8
8?
because like there was no third party to record it.
No,
So-
there wasn't.
So they had like the camera, like the camera's just set up, I guess on a tripod or something. I want to see like you got to be some moving around. I want to see like there's a point at one time he's got her on her back and you can only see the left side of her. Like you got to rotate, you got to get around to the right side.
Well, I mean,
In
it
my
also
opinion.
help if you had someone like kind of getting them POV views.
Oh, dude, I love POV.
Yeah. I gave it a 6. 6 for views.
I was sitting around 5 or 6, just because I could obviously tell that it was an amateur porn video.
I love amateur porn. It's the best. Go to.
We'll eventually get to the storyline because the storyline was whack, and that's kind of where it starts off at. You don't like the camera's so far away, you don't see anything.
The storyline is very like we can get to that, but I highly doubt that she just came back from the gym.
Yeah, and there is the point where he flips her over in the back and he pounds her mouth, and you can see all that. But until that, you don't really see much. You just kind of
Yeah, I think probably the first 10 minutes is she got clothes on.
Yeah, she
unfortunately,
walks up to him. She's rubbing on it.
and we just got for like the 15th time the parental advisory. Oh yeah, we just want to give everybody a shout out at FSBG Public Radio. Got to give the man behind the curtain, the wizard himself, EK. He makes all this happen.
That's a man.
Anything you want to say, EK?
I do not approve of this content.
He loves it. He's smiling. He's having a good time. He loves it.
Next week we'll send you the link. You can watch it.
Yeah, we'll get you in on it next week, and you can rate it with us, EK. We might even do amateur porn stars instead of just the porn of the week.
I prefer amateur, definitely. That's the way to go, dude.
This is the reason I have to go to church twice on Sunday.
And every other, like, Wednesday and shit.
All right.
And then we go to the attractiveness. And the attractiveness includes her face, her ass, her tits, and her mound. So, where do we fall with this? What do you got, Jacob?
9. Big booty. Redheads. I love redheads, man. She's just fun. I mean,
Wait, Mitch, are you keeping track of all your shit? Because at the end, we're going to tally all this up.
Oh, true. I'm not, to be honest.
Just keep it on your phone or something so we can add all this up.
All right.
All right, so
first was camera.
you gave her what?
Versus camera. Yeah,
For the camera?
No, what were they
For how
tracking?
hot she was?
Yeah,
9.
and that's including everything, including the mound, everything.
9.
What do you got, Mitch?
well, it's gonna be slightly low just for the fact that she kind of reminded me of that girl off Napoleon Dynamite that he took to prom. You know when they picked her up in the the face. I
I
don't
don't
know.
see it. She had a really cute face. I thought the face was pretty good. I thought that was the best part of her.
Where are we on are we on the second category?
Yeah, we're on attractiveness.
I don't know. I'd probably give her a 6.
A 6.
6, maybe 7.
I gave her 8. She's got a really fucking hot face. I'm not like a huge BBW person, but
She's not a BBW, dog.
Yeah,
Technically,
she's
that
pushing
is,
it.
she's
that's a fat ass white girl. It's
she's
PAWG, dog. POG.
She's-
I don't know how you say it, but that's a certain category.
she's thick with 2 C's. Like that, she is. You could
Nah,
see, you could
she's
see,
fine.
you could
bro.
see the jiggle in the ass.
She was fine.
She was hot. She had the end of it, when she's getting face covered. She's got a really cute face. So we'll get to that in the end. We'll move on to the next category. We got duration. What do you guys think?
9.
9.
It's 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, there's a lot of good porn I run up on, like 2-3 minutes long.
Yeah, honestly.
20 minutes. That's good. Fuck.
I give this a 7.5 because 20 minutes is, I think, a little bit too long.
Nah.
Well, I mean, I'd probably give it an 8. I mean, there's enough there to skip the intro if you wanted to, if you weren't all into that.
You got to hit the like when you're actually you're not rating it for a podcast. You got to sit there and you got to hit the plus 15 like a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
because
Oh,
you got to
yeah.
get to the good parts.
Yeah.
She's talking about like, oh my god, I want to fucking
She went to the gym and
yeah,
she
I
got
went to the gym. I
horny.
want to suck your cock. I don't really get that. It was kind of whack. I didn't. I watched it because I had to, but I really wanted to skip forward. So for that, I give it a 7.5.
Skip forward.
All right.
I did a little skipping towards the end because it was.
All right,
Kind of
let's-
got monotonous.
Give me 1 second. I can find her name. She's got multiple videos.
She's got multiple videos.
Mm.
Plenty of people are mentioning us in our story because we're fucking. Oh, word.
I can't find it.
Shout out to Austin Radford. He just shared our.
What
shit.
up, Bradford?
What up, Radford?
That's my boy.
Boston?
Radford. He's one of our homeboys. He used to come over and get wild with us.
It's been a while.
We could
since
talk
I
about all
was
the
around.
wild shit we did in my house, right, Mitch? Anyway, we're at category number 4. We're at the kink, the dirty, or the X factor. What do you guys got?
I think it was lacking.
7. She was kind of nasty.
Yeah, I mean, she was like upside down
nasty.
on her back with her like head off the
Oh,
bed.
she was getting throat fucked.
Yeah.
That was a
I
good.
love
That
it.
was a solid part.
Yeah.
For that, I would give her a 7 because that was a good spot. When
Mhm.
she was just sucking the dick from the beginning, it was kind of whack. She was just
No, she wasn't as aggressive with it as she should have.
no. She should have really got into it, and she was like doing the whole like the annoying moaning thing where she was like, and then would back off, and then
That's where you hit a roadblock. You ain't
Yeah.
going much farther. No.
but she wasn't even like really sucking it. She was just like opening her mouth and like kind of
like
just going.
doing like one lollipop, like a Tootsie Pop.
But it
like-
wasn't even
like-
touching like the inside of her mouth. It was just like like she just she just putting it there and backing off. So for that, I give her a 7. What do you guys have?
I'm at 7.
7.
7. All right, across the board 7. We gotta give everybody agrees. So we got a 7.
Right. I don't know about you. My next one, it's head quality, right?
Head quality's next.
Honestly, this comes down to like, that's 2 different categories, but I gave her an 8, dude. Maybe that's a little high.
I gave her 8.75.
But we were just talking about how it's kind of lacking.
It was, but at points she really got into it. Sometimes
Yeah.
she was really like at the beginning she was really sucking that dick, and then at times she was not really doing it. But then she got throat fucked, and that was
Dude, throw fucking. It's got to be in porn. If you
definitely-
can do if you're gonna make a porn video, it's got to be. You got to hit every spot. Got to have a storyline. Every hole, something's going in it.
That's how
She
you
got
gotta
to
do
get
it.
ate out. It's got to be a cum shot or cream pie. This is mandatory.
What do you got, Mitch?
Was thinking about 8.
8. You gave her 8.
Wait, we're on a head quality.
Yeah, you gave her 8, right?
It's an 8.
It's
yeah.
an 8. Okay. 8's solid. 8's a solid number. All right. I think we're on to the next. We got
Cum shot.
Cum
cream
shot
pie.
and or cream pie. She got a face load, so
It wasn't too impressive.
Oh, Mitch, come on.
it was. I mean, it wasn't like a.
Okay,
Nah, dude.
on his part.
Nah, dude.
He could have gave her a little bit more.
Yeah.
She could have got some more juice for her work.
I gave her a 10.
It's almost like he spanked one out probably like a couple hours before that.
Nah, she gets a 10, dude. Want to know why? Because she does that hot shit where like.
Oh, she's like, yeah.
She spits it out, and then she sucks it back in, and she does it like 3-4 times.
It was
It's
all
pretty
over her
hot.
face, and it all ended up in the mouth,
Mhm.
and it all got swallowed. That's what happened. That's how it works. So for that, I gave her 9. What do you have, Mitch?
I had a 7.
7. Okay, 7. You gave her 10. I gave her 9. That's
Nah, dude. When she eats it, she gets a 10.
and this is what are you about to say?
Alright, now you go ahead.
This is where it gets bad. We have the storyline. Storyline was god awful. I give them a 2 for this. I feel like I think a 2 is generous for
There
what.
is no storyline.
There's a storyline, but it was so bad. It was just oh my god, I just got home from working out. I want to suck your cock.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you. I think I said she did not come back from the gym. I know it. I'd put money on it. She's not sweaty. Looks super fine. She was
yeah.
not at any gym.
Makeup on and everything. She just came back from the gym. I'm
I
sure.
heard that.
So what do you give her, Jacob Miller?
I gave her 3.
3. Okay. What do you give her, Mitch?
I'm around 2 and 3, probably 2.5, I guess.
So we got 2. Yeah. Okay. So we're all on the same page. The storyline sucked. There wasn't a storyline really. That's the whole point.
It was about 30 seconds of it, by the sound of it.
Just for everybody, we have the non-applicable part of the storyline where if the story is non-existent, we just give them a 10.
Mm-hmm.
But this story was there, and they tried to play it off, but it just sucked. So
if you're gonna do it,
you got to
do
do
it
it right.
right. Yeah, or don't even have a story. Just do amateur porn.
And they shouldn't have even done a story. They should have just kept on with. They should have just got to fucking. That's really what should have happened. It was awful. Watch it, you'll see. So, are we ready to move on to the next category?
I'm ready.
This was Jacob's own idea. This is because we came up with this. We worked on the segment. This was the idea we came up with before we even started the show because, I mean, nobody's done this. And this was honestly a bit of a knockoff where we kind of got the idea from them breaking down shitty food on another podcast. They're breaking down shitty food in ways we were doing it. Like, they're really breaking it down. They're breaking down like a McDonald's Big Mac. So we figured we'd just break down porn. So that's kind of where we're at. So next one, we got AOV. We got ass, oral, vaginal. Did she get eat on?
Yeah.
She got 2 out of the 3. And she got 8 on. So,
Yep. It was hot when she was telling him to eat it.
I mean,
She made him pull out. She was
yeah,
pretty set on him
getting
going
8 on.
out.
She
Yep.
got 8 on.
Mm-hmm.
So do we give them, how do we do this? Should we give them a 5 because she got 2 out of 3? And should the last one where she takes in the ass, should that be 5 points?
I had a 7.5.
7. I think 7.5 is. I'll give him 7.5. I think that's solid
Mhm.
because she got 2 out of 3 and she got 8 on. So I say 7.5. What do you got, Mitch?
Yeah, I'd probably say about 7.
All right. This is another category where they're really lacking on. Everybody that watches porn knows this. How annoying was the moaning?
It was very annoying.
I
It was
can't
terrible.
rate this. I
Yeah,
listen
Mitch
to it.
didn't listen to the audio.
Yeah,
Because, yeah,
you're
had
you're
his
lucky you
girlfriend
didn't.
behind him.
Mitch
Yeah.
was watching it while his girlfriend's like playing something. He's sitting behind her watching porn. Is that how it worked?
Nah, I was actually in the basement working out.
Working
Yeah.
All
He was
right.
stroking one out.
He's struggling out, yeah. He won't admit it, but he
Yeah,
was.
just onto the floor. It's all good.
So how annoying was the moan? If the moan was not annoying, we gave them a 10 points.
Yup.
If it was bad, it goes back from there. So I gave them a 2.
3.
3.
Look, I'll just meet y'all in the middle and put 2.5.
All right. I know Devin and EK are looking around. They need to watch these next time so they can rate it too.
It was
I
a good
honestly
one.
didn't know they were in the room.
If you want, I'll give you.
I
I
wasn't
told you I'll
listening.
give you the link.
Yeah, it's a.
I'm
We got a thumbs up. They're ready to watch some porn too.
Oh, as if I don't watch it without your guys' prompting. I just don't know particularly which ones you're referencing.
All right, what kind of porn are you guys into?
I thought we covered this last time.
What did we?
limit it to one, dude? Come
Oh, you're
on.
like, what's your favorite type of porn?
POV.
POV. That's that. Oh, we
I'll
gotta give them
yeah,
a.
I'll give them one.
They need that. They deserve that. EK, what do you got?
I'm not answering this question.
Why not? Answer the. Come
He's
on,
into
man.
that freaky shit, boy.
I keep my personal life off the air.
BBW.
Little
BBW.
Asian boys.
EK has a kid, so we know he's into something.
17 and below.
Hey, did you know that Jared from Subway's career ended the same way it started?
Mm.
Trying to get into smaller pants.
That's fucked up.
cold.
See, that's something that deserves to be on the show. That was like my 9/11 joke last week in the. Oh, by the way, before we even move on this, EK, I watched some Anthony Jeselnik. It was a bunch of dead kid raping jokes, raping kids, dead puppies, and it was hilarious. I loved every bit of it.
It's all about his delivery. It's so deadpan. And, like, you're not, like, no matter how many times he made a joke about something horrifying and inappropriate, his delivery, I was never expecting it.
I wasn't, but it was great. It was fantastic. I love hearing about kids getting raped. That was the best thing ever.
It's nice to know, Jesse.
All right, so we're moving on to our last and final category. How good was the nut? Your nut. You watched this. You jacked off to it. How good was your nut?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Mm.
I give it 7 because
It wasn't one of those ones that made me look like I was having a seizure.
were you were your toes curl up and like scratch the bed up and shit?
No, they were starting to cramp a little bit, but they didn't.
Get a little crinkle in them and shit.
No.
Give it a 0.
Give it a 0 because Mitch didn't.
I did not nut.
Mitch was watching
I
porn.
did not try to nut.
Did you at least get like a? Did you get an erection, Mitch?
I honestly did not.
He's getting excited.
Mitch is getting excited. Yes. Mitch, come on. You don't gotta lie to everybody.
I swear.
Wow. Alrighty, so are you guys ready to tally up the votes and see what we got?
I can't do basic math.
While we tally this up, I want to give Austin Radford a big shout out. He said he's listening. Let's see, 8.5 plus 9 plus 2 plus 7 points.
See, I feel this is lower than I want it to be, but I mean, the system tells, man.
Man, dude,
I liked it.
I
But
liked
this is
it.
a low
I
grade.
did like
This is
it.
a low C, dude, and I don't know where I went wrong, but
Mine
I think
had-
the storyline really messed it up.
I think the storyline is really what it tanks. I gave it some, unless I'm doing my math wrong, which I'm pretty stupid. I might have, but they tanked in a couple categories, and that's where it really fucks it up.
Was she annoying in the storyline? Really fucked.
That
it.
really tanked it. That's if they got both those, they would get. They haven't. I gave them total. I have a 64.75. If they had done both of those right, they'd got 20 extra points, and they'd been at an 84.75. That would have been a B. That's a B plus right there. That in school, that's a B.
You didn't give. What was the rating on the nut, Bright?
I gave it a 7.
A
A 7.
All
7.
right.
For those that didn't hear.
I
So
got, I got a 73.
73. I got a
55.
55.
Oh, Mitch, goddamn, dude.
I got a 64.75. So, what'd you give it, Jake? What'd you have?
73.
73.
I also got a 0 on the nut, so
Yeah.
that also impacts the score a bit.
For the next show you're
Yeah,
on, Mitch,
yeah.
you gotta.
I got to yak it.
Yeah, you gotta yak it.
Damn.
I think we should at least add a minimum 5 to the nut because I know
science.
that every nut I have is at least a 5 out of 10.
I mean, it's
yeah,
never
it
bad.
is
So
a nut, so
it's there's everybody's laughing in the background. You guys, but every nut's all. I mean, it's at least 5 every time. Even if you've done it like 20 times that day, it's still a 5.
I was just about to say
still a
that,
solid
like-
5.
It should be a scale of 3 then.
What do you mean scale
No,
of 3?
3?
Yes,
No.
one,
never had a nut
one,
below 5.
one should be I did not complete. 2 should be I completed, but it's default. And 3 is okay. That was actually a good one.
No,
I've never
but
not
if Mitch-
completed.
If he did, he didn't have the opportunity. But if he did, come on, it's at least a 5, dude. Mitch, if that's the first of the day,
I'll
at
be
least
on-
a 5.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. There are nuts below a 5.
What? Since when? You guys have nuts below a
Ever
5?
have whiskey
Yeah.
dick?
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah, you've
arguing
been
quality.
drinking
I'm
that
just
shit.
saying your scale for your it doesn't need to be 1 to 100.
But we did this so we could give them a like school grade. There's 2 Fs and 1 D. So this is a failing project. They failed today.
Yeah.
They got an F third grade, mostly. Well, actually, we could take our grades and we could average them together, and we don't even have to. They would end up with an F. That's just how it would work.
Still a good video though, man.
I like the video.
Maybe our system is flawed.
I'm a
Who
little
knows?
disappointed how this ended out, but I think we're on point. But it's still a good video.
It's still. I would recommend it.
I recommend it. And by the way, we've been kicking around the idea. Somebody, I'm not saying any names, because they gave us this idea, should come on, and we should make our own personal video and rate it.
I'm sorry. What?
You heard me.
Yeah, I'm a little lost right now. What
Are you saying we make our own?
No.
porn?
A girl.
Just the three of us?
A girl messaged me because I had told her about this idea that we were going to do this week, and she said you and I should make a video. No, don't say your name. We should make a video, and you guys should rate it on the air. And I said, hell yes.
Text it to me.
I got you. I'll tell you after because I can't.
You had my interest because I thought you were talking about running a train. But
I can ask. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be ideal. So that was that. Any last thoughts on the porn of the week?
man, I'm just saying I would recommend it. It was a good one.
I would definitely watch it again. I'm probably going to watch it later. It was good. It was a good one.
It was in my camera roll, the screenshot, for a reason. Anyway, Bright, what we going on to next?
We got to give this one applause, even though it got a. All right, Mitch has to take a piss, so take your piss, Mitch.
Empty that dick.
Empty that dick, Mitch. We'll bullshit for a minute.
What do you want to talk about, Bright?
I want to talk about this porn still. I'm disappointed because I like the porn. I'm not a big BBW fan.
She's not a BBW. I'm telling you, that's not the definition, dude.
she's BBW.
No.
Isn't
no,
the title
y'all
of
are
isn't the title of the porn BBW?
I'm telling you, it's its
I'm in line
own
for the
specific
bathroom right now,
category.
so.
It's its own specific category.
I'm looking. Hold on, wait.
I don't know. She
Interracial redhead BBC. Oh, there it is.
BBC.
Okay, you're right.
That's a big black dick, Jesse.
I bet if you go to those tags, BBW's in the tags.
I'm telling you, it's its own category.
Go for it.
Mitch, that was a BBW, wasn't it?
No,
I'd
you
say
guys
so.
You're so uneducated on pornography, dude. Oh my god.
I'm telling you, that's a BBW.
I'm pretty sure the definition
Hey,
is fat ass white girl. PAWG.
bring up a photo, like a clip of that, and show them.
I
Let
can't-
them decide.
We can't
No,
put
it's
this.
its
We
own
can't
category.
put this on YouTube.
I didn't think about that. No.
Porn is already decided.
Nah,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, it's its own category. Look under it.
People listening, go look it up. Go on xnxx.com and look up interracial redhead.
It's interracial redhead BBC workout.
It's the first video.
On XNXX.
It's got a big black dude and she's on her
kinda
knees.
fat.
No, she's
She
a little
is.
thick, bro.
She's BBW size.
No, that's not B. You guys are
What?
No,
Okay.
amateurs.
Well, define a BBW.
Big busty woman. I'm pretty sure
She's a
that's
big
it.
busty woman.
I thought that was big, beautiful woman.
It's something like that.
How is she not a BBW?
I'm all right. Right, we're about to clear it.
Wait.
He said I'm right.
What did you say?
I said big, beautiful woman.
Yeah, it's something like that.
But big busty woman too.
He might be right.
You should get on your phone and look up this video and watch it while you're outside right now,
I
and tell us what you think.
I think she's about 20 pounds short, dude. She's just thick.
All right, he's pulling. All right, hold on me.
She's just. I'm telling you, it's its own category.
All right, if you pull up interracial redhead, if you go to xnxx.com.
If I get a virus,
No, you
No,
won't.
it's
You'll
my
be good.
favorite site. I never get.
Yeah, Jake.
viruses.
I'm more of a Pornhub or X-Hamster type of guy, but if you go to xnx.com, all right, well,
All right, I'll give you this.
you got
There
this.
is-
You got this, Jake, because you can do it
All
better.
Well,
So we're pulling up the porn, and we're gonna get a fourth opinion on this. I think he's gonna be on our side. You're gonna be on our side. Jake is just wrong on this. Jake doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not a porn. He's a porn novice, I guess.
no,
'Cause-
I'm a porn expert.
not a connoisseur.
no, this is obviously a big busty woman. She's.
Man, I got the video right here. I can't find it.
What do you mean? I pulled it up in no time.
Unless I go to the website.
Yeah. So if you go to the website and you look up what he's looking up, so it's sad that this one failed. Mitch, you feel better?
Oh, I feel a lot better.
Do you sit when you pee?
No. Actually, That's a lie. If it's like 3 a.m. and I'm tired of shit, and I wake up,
Somebody just messaged me on Instagram and said, "Please explain what the fuck we're talking about."
We're talking about
Who?
porn.
We're talking about porn. We did a porn. We looked
you
up
go,
a
bro.
porn and we gave a rating. Hey, Devin.
On air, it's not that word. Hill hippie.
Hill Hippie. Okay, Hill Hippie. And EK the Wizard. So everybody's got their own names. All right, to Alyssa. What you're listening to right now is we looked up a porn and we gave a rating. This is Jake Rebeck's probably listening to.
I doubt it.
So we picked a porn and we gave it a rating out of 10 categories. You can backtrack this after we're done. If you want to watch the video, we've said it like 10 times. What is it again? What's the video called?
It's interracial redhead BBC workout.
Yeah, but you gotta go on xnx.com and watch it, and then you can watch that. All right, so I think we need to move on to the next segment because we are sort of pressed for time. All right, let's see. We have one more question. Send me the link. I want to rate that shit. Jake Rebeck is asleep.
All right, I found her name. It's Exotic Panda. All one word. Dude, it's her name. I didn't make that shit up.
By the way, if anybody's listening, I meant to put this on Instagram earlier, but Instagram wasn't working. If you have any questions you want us to answer on here, they got to be NFSW, not safe for work questions, because this is the Degenerates podcast. It's got to be funny. It's got to be fucking crazy and wild, something you can't even say. So, we're going to move on to the Wednesday night AA. Normally, these two segments probably won't be put together because they're both pretty long segments. We'll be mixing this up every week, but we're going to try to do these both tonight. We're a little pressed for time. We have about 30 minutes left. We're going to do the Wednesday night AA, which is we just lost our video feed.
I don't know where EK's at.
I don't know where EK's at.
What's AA?
AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. So, this is going to be where we talk about some drunk alcohol stories.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Hey, EK, we lost our video feed. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. So, Mitch, we have some things ready to go, but do you have any alcoholic stories you want to talk about? Include us or not? There's plenty that include us, but is there anything you want to talk about or bring up?
There's a lot that I'd like to, but I can't think of too many that I'd like to share necessarily.
Because of somebody who might be listening.
No, just
they're just
because they're a little too wild for.
Nothing's too wild, Mitch.
Well, not gonna say stuff that I don't want people to know.
It is. I mean, some of them are kind of.
I don't know. Y'all might not even know about. Y'all might not know.
About what?
I told you.
Oh, what?
Is it something you want to say on the podcast?
Nah, it ain't something I want to say on the podcast.
It's about a girl whose name.
No, it's not about a girl.
I started that off wrong.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
That. Yeah.
When we talk about the condom shots, when we talk about.
Oh man, I've taken.
Oh,
the
we can
condom
talk
shot
about the
before.
condom shots. Them shit.
Nothing
Fucking
tastes-
Devon. He left a fucking Beats case for the Beats headphones in the bed of my truck, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Why did Devon leave Beats in the bed of a truck?"
All right, he's back.
And
What does the hillbilly think?
he's got a stiffy. I can see it.
All right, we have obviously some input coming before we continue.
This is garbage.
This is garbage. What do you mean it's garbage?
No.
It's garbage.
You don't like this?
Number one, she doesn't fall into the category of a BBW.
Damn it!
Yes, thank you.
This is
Thank
not.
you.
This is just wrong.
This is a thick chick. Not
Yup.
a BBW.
He knows. He knows.
The right amount of jiggle. If you're going, people who are into BBW, do a Pornhub search. You should know this. They're usually much larger.
She's a pretty big girl.
Thank you.
She's not a big girl, but she's pretty big.
She's thick. She got the right nerves.
I'm telling
Number
you this-
two, the tits never come out in the video.
That we
Oh.
never
I
brought
was
that up.
about to point
That's
that out.
solid. That's solid point.
I was thinking about that in the bathroom. I was like, "Did I ever see her tits?"
Tits
Oh,
never
they
came
did.
out. That's a
Tits
solid
never
point.
Came out in the video. The blowjob skills. The first portion of it, okay, they were decent. She spent too much time deep throating, not enough time with the hand stroke and focusing on the tip. That's the way a proper blowjob is given.
I can't.
The bent over with the head off the side. That was nothing but trying to get the dick down the throat. There's no pleasure there. That's all for showmanship.
I can't believe I just heard the words too much deep throating.
Can we have you on next week for this one because
God.
this was fantastic. This is
That
a
was-
point we didn't see.
That was a great review.
We missed something. We just missed that.
That was a great review. I'll give you that.
He just did a bow for those who didn't see. But
If you want, yes, I will appear for your videos. Just send me the link. I'll come on and give you your review.
so you weren't very impressed. Is this something you would watch on your own time?
No.
I think I was still.
This man is correct. I don't know if he was actually lying about not having the opportunity to nut, but I wouldn't nut to this.
I didn't want to nut to that, to be honest.
I agree with you.
I feel like I have bad
I would
taste
not want to
now.
nut to this.
I mean, if it was all I had, I could make do.
Yeah, there's still pictures that would work better.
Nah, dude, nothing is worse than just a picture. You gotta have a video.
Oh, maybe it's your lack of age and experience, but I can pull up better shit in my mind than what
I
saw
mean, the
on
spank bank is always a good go-to. You go to like you think of past memories. That's always the spank bank is always money.
Yeah, but still, a still image of a chick I've never seen before. I downloaded that image would be better than this video.
I still think about my uncle.
I remember when Uncle Rodney used to come into my room at night.
I couldn't even get it out with a straight face.
That's what he said.
EK, do you have any input? I mean, you didn't watch the video, but do you want to tell us what type of porn you like?
I do not share details of my personal life on the air.
And that's the answer you guys get, folks. Alrighty, you guys want to move back to the Wednesday night AA because we have about 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
Like I said, these segments probably will both run a little long, and we would normally won't do these together because they're both pretty long segments. For the Wednesday night AA, we have a couple ideas. You can send us in your personal alcoholic crazy stories or just stories in general. We'll talk about them on the air. You can be anonymous or not, whatever you prefer. Nobody will ever know. For the time being, we'll talk about a couple of ours. You can also recommend some porn of the week.
Yeah.
You can ask us some questions. We'll answer. But they have to be, don't ask us what our favorite color is. It's fucking, we're not going to answer that. It's just ignore it. You know how to, people know how to reach me. You can reach me on Instagram at jbright, 2 Y's, at Jess_Bright on Twitter. You guys want to give
At Jake Miller the first.
Jake
on
Miller.
pretty much everything.
I got two, but I guess the most recent that I use most is at Mitch Hockman, DA Mitch Hockman, HOCKMAN. And if you're looking to buy a house, go to homesbyhockman.com.
Homes by Hockman?
You can put in your contact info and send me a message. And
That's
you can
almost
get
a
on.
good name for a pimp site. You could be hosedbyhockman.com.
oh shit,
So I'm sure I'm sure Mitch will probably be on here again.
I'm
anyway.
going to LegalZoom right now.
All right, so back to Wednesday night AA. We have a couple of things. Is there anything you want to bring up in particular, Jacob Miller?
Well, I mean, I was on a story.
Yeah, all right, tell your story, Mitch.
So, me, Jesse, Jake.
My name's Jake.
My name is
I don't know. Nick, and what was it, Lupe?
Oh, yeah, Lupito.
Yeah, so I found this Beats case in the bed of my truck. I was like, okay. And I opened it, and sure enough, there's probably about 15 Magnum condoms in there. And I'm not sure who came up with the idea, but we
I don't
started
wanna-
chugging beers out of them.
I don't want to take credit, but I'm pretty sure it was my idea. I was very inebriated that night.
Yeah.
I got really drunk.
Mostly the alcohol that went in.
Can we show the
So-
picture of Nick with the filler?
Oh,
Does anybody have it? Because, like,
I've got it.
Yeah,
somewhere.
you sent it in the group chat.
It looks like somebody's busting in Nick's face.
oh,
we-
that picture.
we didn't have a beer bong, so we used the funnel that you used to that our buddy used
I've
to
got it right here.
put diesel exhaust fluid into his truck.
I'm trying to find it. I
got
can't.
it right here.
You got it?
Right.
Oh, I got it.
There, show that to the.
Nick's getting a facial.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nick is
Yeah.
getting a full-on facial.
I'm not really sure how that happened.
Well, what happened was, I don't know if you guys remember.
hold up.
I don't know if you guys remember. What happened was we got Nick shit drunk because we all kept taking beer.
We always get
that
Nick
was a good
shit
night.
drunk.
We kept all taking beer bongs out of that funnel, but we kept
We kept telling Nick that we did it.
yeah,
And then he,
Now I remember, yeah.
dude, he did like 5 of them in a row after being completely
Nick,
fucked
we just
up.
did one.
We would give Nick one. We would wait 5 minutes. We'd be like, Nick, all of us just took one. It's your turn again. And Nick'd be like, what?
Because he wouldn't be paying attention. And he'd just
then-
be like, hey, bro, come on.
Was that the night we had to carry Nick to his truck? Like
No, that was a different night.
Was
That was like almost 2 years before.
Was it?
Yeah, it was probably at least a year before.
God,
When we had to drag him to Jordan's car by his legs,
Yeah.
and fucking Ziggy
He
was
puked
all
all
over.
in her car too.
Are you serious?
He puked all in her car, dude.
Oh god, yeah, he left it. That was the night with the dick.
Oh, were your dicks all over his shit? Yes, it was, because he had to clean up puke out of her car at my house the next day.
Yeah, so on the previous episode, the dick was not 14 inches. It was about 20 because he had 18-inch rims and it was bigger than the rim.
I still got the dick. And
That's a big dick.
EK said he was going to hang it up in the studio. So
Dude, the dick's fire.
the dick is fine. I still have it in my room. The dick is awesome. We put dicks on his rims. We put dicks all over his
Did we
car.
cut out little dicks?
Yeah, we did a bunch of little
think-
dicks.
Yeah, I think y'all did.
And we even drew dicks on his like within the. Remember, because we were doing donuts in the driveway.
That was a good ass night.
And then there was
remember,
like
yeah.
smoke that came all over his truck, and there was like dust, and we just drew the dicks in the dust. Like I like big black cocks, and
Why do I not remember this? Did I leave?
no, we just got
You
really
were
drunk.
probably drinking, Mitch. That's probably why you don't remember.
There was a
it.
problem. We were doing this every weekend, so a lot of these stories run together, and we got really drunk a lot of times, just about every weekend. So that was kind of how that happened. We had to drag Nick to his car one weekend. He puked all in our inside of the car, Jordan's
I
car.
feel like it was more than one weekend. But
Oh yeah,
hey, Nick, if you ever listen to this, shout out. We
Shout out
love
Nick.
you.
Shout out Nick. We love you, Nick.
I'll fuck
And
with
that
Nick.
mound.
Oh,
Oh,
Nick's
Nick got a nice mound.
on
Nick's
him.
has a nice ass mound.
He tries.
Oh,
he
fuck.
said he ain't gonna give me none. I know he got it on. him.
He's always got it on him. I mean, there's a couple other stories
I
we
see
could.
that thing swine.
That thing be swanging. There's a couple of. I mean, what's some of the other retarded stories we got?
I don't know. We was thinking about talking about Tennessee. That was a good
Tennessee,
trip.
that's a good one. There was once, because we get drunk every weekend,
About every night.
but every other night at least, and every weekend definitely. Saturdays definitely. For here recently, we haven't been going out as much because we were going out.
Because it's winter and I'm broke.
We were going out a lot. We're probably gonna end up going a lot in the summer.
Went out more when I had my fake ID.
Yeah,
What?
since I turned
Oh.
21, I haven't gone out as much. When I had my fake ID, it was a lot funner.
Honestly, dude, once I turned 21, it kind of took the fun factor away from it.
No, I didn't take the fun factor. It just- it was new. Like going out to hard times.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was almost funner though when I was illegal doing
Yeah,
it.
well, that's what I'm saying. It like
no,
took
it's still
a
very fun.
certain kind of the fun. And I'm not saying it's not fun anymore. I'm just saying like it took like a certain kind of fun away from it, like a novelty.
I guess so. Well, it was new.
It
We
was
just started,
new.
like, I mean, dude,
Should we tell a story? I've got my
I
fake
know where
ID
you're going.
taken twice. You've
I know.
gotten yours taken once.
We'll save the story for when I got my ID taken for another time because that's a long ass story.
I mean, all right,
Oh, I mean, we could do the first night that we got our IDs. That was a good night.
we could. The night we all right, I'm gonna give a big. I'm not gonna really break it down. The night we got our IDs, the first time we got our ID, well, he's had his ID taken once. I'll tell you the story. I got my ID taken the second time. The first time we got it taken was by the police. We got pulled over. We almost went to jail. Nick had to come bail us out. That was a long
terrible
night.
night.
I think we
Didn't
should talk about.
they push your truck down the road?
Yes, all right.
Mhm.
I don't want to get into this because this is a story we go on
I
for.
mean, we can get into it because we got 15 minutes. I mean, there's time to get into it.
We actually got about 17 minutes, right, EK? Yeah. All right, so
We can do it.
all right, we could maybe cover this. All right. Rewind. It's been what? About
It's
eight,
been- it's been
8 months now?
about
9
8
months?
months.
9 months?
Because I was on probation for 6 months.
So one day, me and Jake and Nick, we were gonna go to this.
No, we went downtown that day with
We were
Jordan.
gonna go to that festival that were downtown, but
Yep,
they ran out of
no
tickets. So there was this big alcohol and brouhaha festival down there, and me, Jake, Jordan, and Nick were gonna go. Jordan, as in Nick's girlfriend.
Jordan's family was there, and they told us that they didn't have any more tickets, so we decided to go downtown. What are you looking at, Bright?
Me.
Somebody just sent me a video of them rating the video. They gave it a 70 out of 100. We'll
Did
get
it show them masturbating while they were.
we should. Yes,
We
I
need
want that.
verification.
It was
If
one.
there's any females.
If
that
this was a
want to-
female, hey, I'm not gonna say your name. You should send us a video.
of Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, we want to watch, and we'll rate you. And then if you want, we can even make a video and we'll rate that on air. Anyway, we'll get back to the story. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go watch or go to this festival. We're gonna drink a bunch of beers, barbecue. It was barbecue and beer, wasn't it? That was the festival.
I thought it might have been the whiskey and cigar. I don't know. I could be.
It was one of those two. It was barbecue, beer, or whiskey and cigar. Anyway, we were actually almost there when we got the text. We're like, hey, they're out of tickets. Tickets because it was a pretty good deal. So we had been. It was like maybe noon. We already drank what 6 or 7 beers maybe.
At least.
So
I'm pretty sure we sat by the river, or we parked by the river, and I'm pretty sure we drank in the truck.
yeah, but we were drinking the way there. We drank as soon as we had been drinking the night before. As soon as we woke up, me and Jake started drinking because we'd been planning to do this. All of us been planning. They showed up. Nick and Jordan showed up to my house. And we leave, and we're drinking the whole way there, and we're almost there, and we realize that there's no tickets. So we go downtown, and we're already fucking pretty drunk. So we hang out with Jordan and Nick for a while, and they're not really drinking. But me and Jake are hammering beers.
I shouldn't have been driving that day.
It was like, what, 1 or 2 o'clock? We're fucking shit wasted already.
Mhm.
We probably had a 12-pack each. So we walk around downtown for a minute.
We went to Benny's, I think, and I think we were drinking beers.
Yeah, we were drinking beers the way walk there. We drank a beer at Benny's, I think, probably too.
We leave, Jordan and Nick. We were supposed to go to the mall or walk around, I think.
No, me and you walked to the mall, but Jordan and Nick left.
We walked around.
Hey,
Jordan and Nick left. They were gone for like 5 hours.
actually, what really happened is we kind of ditched them.
Damn.
We were like, hey, we're going to go do this. And we're like, hey, yeah.
That's cold.
I'm just going to be honest. I mean, I feel like a dick now because that was at that time where there was, remember that one night where Jordan had just broke down and like freaked out.
She was pissed at me. I tried to get Nick to smoke a blunt with me.
And this was like maybe a month or 2 before, and she
what?
lost her shit, dude.
She
I'm
was
talking
how
about
Nick was going in the Navy like 2 years from then.
and she's like, you're gonna ruin his life. She freaked the fuck out, dude. And after that, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to have this happen again. So we kind of got rid. I don't mean to say got rid of them. Now we're all cool, but at that time we were still kind of like on the iffy spot. So we kind of got rid of them at that point. And me and Jake went to the mall, and we drank beers to there as well. We were absolutely trashed. We got to the mall. What did we do at the mall?
Well, we walked around for a little while, and then we were starting to lose our buzz. So we went over to Park Lane Tavern. And we got a couple.
We
got a doubles.
No, we had 1 shot of Henny, and then we had the double shot of Henny. We had 2 shots, so we had like 3 shots.
Yeah, and again, we had been drinking beer all day.
All day since we woke up. Like when we woke up like 10 o'clock, we've been drinking all. At this time, it's what 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock.
We left there about 5, 6 o'clock.
So we left, and we were smoking.
We headed to my house.
Yeah, we were smoking weed the way there, and we were drinking. When we left the mall, we had been drinking. We drank more beer leaving the mall. We drank. We both had, I want to say like a 24 rack. We killed that.
We were on our way from the mall to go to my house
to pick up Ziggy.
I needed to pick up Ziggy, and
Ziggy's his dog.
Yeah, I picked up my dog, and shit, we leave.
We were both out of beer at this time because we drank all the beer we had, and we had a lot of beer.
So we go to Fast Mart, and there's that homeless.
That homeless dude, yeah.
Well, he's not even homeless. He just doesn't have a car or a truck. So he walks from his house like a mile or 2.
Would you just hang out at Fast Mart?
Yeah. Well, he walked there. He wanted to get out.
Every night he's at Fast Mart.
The courthouse Fast Mart, yeah. He went there to get beer.
So we see him there. We were getting our beer. I was getting smokes, like wraps and everything. And I asked him if he needs a ride. So I pick him up, and we drop him off at his house. And apparently, I think
we're in a single cab Ranger,
yeah,
and he hops in the back. He hops in the back, and we've been smoking weed, we've been drinking, and we were shit drunk.
Mm-hmm. So we drop him off. I think because the cop knew that we had picked him up, he had seen it.
We didn't really even stop. We came to like a roll stop, and he just hopped out. And like the Fast Mart is maybe, I want to say like what, maybe 2 miles from my house.
Yeah.
So
probably a few miles,
just
3 or 4
no
miles.
more than 3 miles. But
you
the
walk
way we went wasn't.
That's a long walk, bro. That's about 4 miles.
No, if we went the other way, it's shorter. Yeah. But we went the longer way, which is only like maybe a mile longer.
Trying to avoid cops.
Trying to avoid cops.
Would you go courthouse to?
You pull out a Fast Mart. You take the left down to Snell, and then you take the right there. Yeah. So yeah, we went that way instead of just going down 208. So we leave there, and we drop the dude off. And we had just picked us each up a 30 rack. We both had 30 racks. We're fucking drunk already. We're fucking high, and we're heading down the road. It's like 9 o'clock maybe.
That's probably
Yeah, it was about 9 o'clock.
About 9 o'clock. And
Tell Nick we're on the way.
we're telling Nick we're on the way to my house, and Nick's like, "Oh, all right, we'll meet you at your house." Or Nick was coming over to my house to hang out. We're all gonna get drunk again. So we're heading, and like I said, right by my house. We live by the courthouse, though, so this is a bad idea to begin with. But we're right by my house. We're like, all right, it's no big deal. So we pop a couple of beers in the car, and we're driving, and we're heading there. I think we both slam one, and then we crack another one after we drop the guy off. And we're heading, and we turn left at the Snell, and we're
Left.
or right. We turn right at the Snell, and the Snell is like, at that point, you're homebound. You go out the Snell, and you get to this light, and at the light, you could sprint to my house. You're right there. You could throw a rock and almost hit my house. You're right there. And Ziggy starts running in between our legs, and we're drinking beer, and we're kind of like, all right, Ziggy, chill out. And Jake's kind of swerving a little bit because the dog's running in between us.
It wasn't from the alcohol. I am great at drinking and driving.
Yeah, we're great drunk drivers. Anyway, so he's running between us, and we hit this light, and we're right. I'm talking about, like, you can see my house. Blue lights.
Are you talking about right at Blockhouse?
We were taking that right on the 208.
We're taking it right on 2-8. Like, you come from Snell, and you go to
Blockhouse and right.
Not
not
Blockhouse.
Blockhouse.
Well, I
I
know,
live-
but Blockhouse is right nearby, or no?
Blockhouse is down the road.
Where the fuck were y'all at?
You go to Snell. You take that right.
Yeah, I know. I grew up like
The
that's where I
high
live.
school is right down there. You can see the high school
on the left. you
Yeah,
take
dude.
the right.
Blockhouse is the road that you
It's
pass.
probably that
like,
might be Blockhouse.
Like literally, you can look back and it's right there.
You're right. You're almost there. So you're at my house basically. Blue lights hit us. We're like, oh shit! Mind you, we're in a single cab like an extended cab Ranger. There's no room in here. We have 2 cases of beer between each of a bunch of our legs.
No, we had open beer.
We had open beer. We had the cases of beer, and we were 20 at the time. So
Yep.
we pull over right there. There's nowhere to put the beer. I mean, we are dead to rights fucked. So I take.
It smells like alcohol. Jesse had spilled a beer. I'm pretty sure.
I'd
It
spilled
was me
beer.
or Jesse.
Yeah, so I take the beer that's in my lap and I throw it behind me. What I'm gonna sit there with it open in me. Like I had to do something. So he comes up to the window and he, Jake. This was his somebody just passed away in his family, so this was their truck. So he had to explain to them.
Wasn't in my name.
I explained. We had to explain the situation, and we're sitting there and.
I'm chain smoking cigarettes
Yeah,
with the windows up,
yep.
trying to make it
Yep.
not smell like weed and alcohol.
And the dog is running between our legs, and Jake, he walks back to his car, takes Jake's license.
asked me to get out.
Oh no! What happened was the second cop showed up first, and when you know,
Then the
you know.
state boys showed up, and thank God
Oh.
he left, because if he didn't leave, dude, I was.
We
Getting
was going to
charged with
jail that
everything.
night.
I was getting charged with the ID. I was getting charged with alcohol, everything.
Well, the second cop showed up. And the state boy came later, but he just kind of rolled by, and they talked for a minute, and the state boy kept on going. But when the second cop showed up, me and Jake would look at each other like, man, fuck. Because, I mean,
We're not going home
if
tonight.
you've ever been in any trouble, when the second cop shows up, you're in trouble.
Yup.
Or the third.
Oh, dude, you get 3 cops?
I've had 5 of them motherfuckers behind me.
I had 3 state troopers on me in King George for street racing in the white
State
D-Max.
boys.
I think the most I've ever had was 4 cops, and that was when I was shit wasted driving, and they didn't know I was drunk. They just found the weed. But all right, anyway, back to this story. We are sitting there. The second cop shows up. This is where it kind of gets kind of weird. I knew the second cop, and this is where it helped us because I had just broken up with my longtime boo thing, and I knew the cop because he hung out with like one of her best friend. Her best friend was. His dad was one of the big cops around, and so he knew me, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, bro?"
Y'all already know who it is.
Oh yeah, my dad plays poker with him.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say his name was Plunkett. Plunkett was the cop that pulled us over. Plunkett pulled us over, or Plunkett was the second cop that showed up. So the other cop pulls Jake out of the car, and they try to split us up, and Plunkett comes up to my window. So I call my ex on FaceTime so he can see, and I'm like, "Hey, help me, please." And he sees that, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, in long story short, he saw that, and then he recognized me, and then I hung up with her. And he got to it, he's like, "All right, man, for real." He's like, "How much you been drinking?" And I was like, "Man, I ain't been drinking nothing.
Breathing this.
I ain't been drinking shit." And he's like, "All right, so you can drive this truck home?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I can drive this truck home. I'm good to go." And he pulled out his brother. He's like, "All right, blowing this." I said, "Actually, second thought, I'm
Yeah, we might.
Yeah, he
might
he
wanna figure
knew.
something out.
I think I blew like a .12 or something. And Jake,
I don't know how I blew so.
I don't know how Jake blew this because I'm not shitting y'all. We've been drinking all day. We hadn't really ate either. Jake blew a .06, and I was blown away. I was like, what?
I thought it was definitely, but he told me before I was gonna blow in the breathalyzer. He said, either way, you're going home tonight. I'll promise you that. So I was like, fuck it.
So we blew in the breathalyzer. We both blew bad. They pulled me out of the car.
It was bad.
It was bad. And then they started searching the car. They found the open beers.
He told me, he walked up on Jesse's side. He said, it smells like He told me, he came back. He said, it smells like marijuana's in the truck. Man, I had about, it was over a quarter. It was about 10
It
grams.
was about 7 to 10 grams, yeah. So.
And they were in different bags too. I had them labeled. What strain it was. They did not look good.
And you also had, which was in there, was amoxicillin.
Oh yeah,
and that looked bad.
Yeah, because they were. It was just in a
a Ziploc bag.
That's not labeled.
Yeah, so they pull out and they're like, they see these pills with the weed, and we're like, oh, Jake's like, that's amoxicillin. That's you know.
That looks really bad.
So they have us at the back, at the back of the truck, and they find, I want to say like 50 or 60 beers. They found the open beers.
We really did have about 60 to maybe.
We were gonna get drunk that night. Well, I mean, we did get drunk that night.
We bought a lot of alcohol.
We bought a lot of alcohol. And the cops like, how did you guys get this beer? Because he had our IDs and we're 20. We told him it was that homeless dude that he sell. And so
we'll be talking to him tomorrow.
Yeah, so he found the weed and he told Jake, Jake, this is where it gets funny too. Jake said, he said, all right, so we found this. He said, the cop looked at Jake and said, all right, so what should we do about this? And Jake said, and I quote, I shit you not, Jake said, well, you can just give me my weed back and we could both go on about our way. I swear to God, that's what he said. Yeah, and I'm on the back. I'm sitting on the back of the truck. I'm like, pfft. And like,
dude, that was. I didn't want to give up my weed, bro. And he was trying to take my screens too. He took my bowl. I had that bowl for like a year.
The cop didn't know what to say. He just started laughing. He was like, he said, "No, I can't do that."
It was disappointing. That's all I'll say.
So he's like, "All right, you guys aren't going to jail tonight regardless," which was pretty cool. So he takes the shit back. And then he comes. Plunkett searched me 3 times. I don't know why 3 times, but the first 2 times went by fine. The third time he takes my wallet out and starts going through my wallet. In the front of my wallet is my fake ID. So he pulls my fake ID out. He says, my fake ID name on the fake ID was Jesse Walker Barnes. He says, Jesse Walker Barnes. He said, that's a different name than you gave me. He said, are you Jesse Walker Barnes or Jesse Bright? He had my hands behind my back and everything. I didn't say nothing. I just shook my head and said, yep. And he kind of like, he had like a dumb look on him for a second, and then it hit him. He's like, oh, a bum bought this, did he? And they both like, they went back to the car and kind of started laughing a little bit, and they figured that out real quick. And then he came back up and he's like, let me guess, you got 1 2 point at Jake. And Jake was like, yeah, it's in there. So
he's gonna search me.
They was gonna find it. And they had been very nice. At this point, we had gotten off a lot better than we should have. So it was better to cooperate at that time. So Jake gave it to him, and they didn't charge us with the DUI, the open containers, the fake IDs, none of that.
They charged me with possession.
Which...
And my lawyer got it down to paraphernalia.
Which, they could have given us DUI. They could have given us a ton of shit, because, I'm sure we're forgetting something, but there was a ton of shit we could have got charged with. They didn't give us none of that, and then we ended up having a good talk with the cops, and they're like,
we can get to how they were about to let us go. Nick showed up, and then the truck won't start.
Yeah, what happened was they were like, all right, we're going to let you go, but you need somebody to come drive this car. So we call Nick, and the cop, like I said, is right by my house. Nick was at my house waiting for us. The cop Plunkett goes to my house and picks up Nick in his squad car, brings Nick back, and Nick had actually... We had seen Nick a couple times go back and forth because we texted him, we're like, hey, we're fucked right now.
He was sending me videos the whole time.
Yeah. So he was going back and forth, and he was watching. And we skipped past this part. But at one point, a state trooper rolled by, and he asked me, he's like, do you guys need assistance? And they were like, no, we're good. If that state trooper had pulled up,
I'm getting charged with
we'd have been fucked because state troopers don't play. Anyway, so we were, he goes to my house, picks up Nick, comes back, and at the time we were pulled over, we were sitting there. The truck cut off for no reason, and at that time we weren't. That was the last thing on our mind was about that truck. So, I'm skipping all past forth because we're kind of running low on time. But after we were done, when we knew he had found everything, and he gave Jake his ticket for weed, and he's like, "All right, you got court this day." he's like, but I'm gonna let you guys go home. I just need somebody to drive this truck. And I told him, I was like, I live right there. You know, you can see my house. So he went and picked up Nick. And while we're waiting for him to come back, he's like, when Nick comes up, Nick was 21 at the time. He looked at Nick. He's like, "This is your beer, right?" And kind of like gave him like a weird like a. And Nick was like, at first Nick was like, "No, no."
I said, Nick, shut the fuck up.
You-
He took him like 2-3 times. He's like, "No, it's not my beer, dude. Jake and Jessie bought that."
He eventually got it. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's my beer," and he's like, "Yeah, that's right." He's like, "That's your beer, right?" Because he didn't want to take the beer. He let it for us. He's like, "You boys are gonna need to get drunk tonight." That's exactly what he said. He said, "You boys are gonna need to get drunk tonight." And I was
Not
like,
getting high tonight though.
"Yeah, we weren't getting high tonight because you took all Jake's weed." So that was pretty cool of him.
Fucker.
So Nick hops in the truck. I got the videos for all this too, if we ever need them. But Nick hops in the truck, and the truck wouldn't start. EK's dying, but the truck wouldn't start. You okay, UK? Wrong place. All right, we're on low tide, but the truck wouldn't start. This fucking shitty Ford Ranger wouldn't start. So we're like, Jake's sitting in the bed, and I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and Nick's trying to drive, and he's like, "Oh, it won't start." So the cops like, at this point, they're pretty fucking fed up with us. They're like, "Oh my, what the
These
fuck?"
kids are stupid as shit.
Yeah, they're like they're fucking annoyed with us.
Are we
So
sure this wasn't Nick's error?
no,
No.
the truck was fucked. It had a bad fuel relay or yeah. So the cop was like, "All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're like I said, like maybe a half mile from my house." The cop takes his bump bar and puts it up on the bumper and pushes. We put it neutral.
Pushes us a mile.
Pushes
down
this
to a
truck.
way.
Yep, right down 208 and into my driveway. And then, to this day, I don't know how this worked out. And Nick even posted this on his Instagram story. He said, "Only Jake and Jessie can get pulled over for a DUI and get pushed home by the cops." That's how that actually. This is I'm not making this up at all. This is a very real story, and that is one of our Wednesday nights AA.
It's one of the. I don't know how I didn't get arrested that night.
I have
I
about
gotta go.
30 we have about 30 of these stories, but this is just the one we're going to tell for tonight because we're running low time and EK looks like he has something to say, so EK's laughing, but this is a true story. Maybe we'll elaborate on it a little bit more because we only had about 20 minutes, but we're out of time now. We'll be back with another Wednesday night AA. Send in some of your videos. Send in, if you have some porn to send in that too. If you want to make a porn with us, we can work that out. But if you have your own personal porn, send it in as well. We can raid that. But we're running out of time. I'll say thank you, Mitch, for coming in.
I appreciate you guys having me on.
Boy,
I want to thank
Thanks,
everybody
EK.
at thank EK. We want to thank everybody at fxbgpublicradio.com.
Yup.
They make it all happen. So shout out to them, and this is another episode of the Degenerates.
peace, bitch.
Off to it.